power doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it arrives wrapped in silk, gold, and absolute precision. In the Arab world, some of the most influential women don't just move through space, they redefine it. Every journey becomes a statement. Every setting reflects authority refined into elegance. Private jets become sanctuaries in the sky. Yachts operate as sovereign territory. Estates, vehicles, and fleets are curated not for attention, but for legacy. This isn't excess for show. It's luxury engineered to signal status, control, and permanence at the highest level. In this video, we step inside 6 extraordinary assets that shape how these women live, travel, and command their world. And the final one reveals a form of luxury that goes far beyond money. If you're drawn to stories of elite wealth, refined power, and lifestyles few will ever access, like this video and subscribe to Zenith. This is where the next chapter begins. What if true power wasn't anchored to land at all, but ruled the open water instead? For some of the most influential women in the Arab world, the sea isn't an escape. It's an extension of sovereignty. Their superyachts function as self-contained realms where luxury, privacy, and authority move together. These vessels are not designed to impress outsiders. They are engineered to serve legacy. Every line, every material, every space reflects families whose influence stretches far beyond wealth alone. Onboard environments prioritize discretion, comfort, and cultural presence, turning travel into a controlled experience rather than a public display. Take the Al Lusail, estimated at nearly $250 million, operating as a floating residence with calm pools, layered interiors, and secluded living spaces designed for extended stays. Katara, spanning more than 120 meters, pushes scale even further. Capable of hosting large entourages, supported by nearly 100 crew members working in perfect coordination. Then, there is the Dubai Superyacht. At 162 meters and valued beyond $500 million, it redefines what mobility can be. Multiple decks unfold into gold-detailed corridors, a private cinema, spa facilities, and even a personal submarine hidden beneath its hull. These yachts aren't trophies. They are symbols of continuity, refinement, and controlled presence. And as extraordinary as life at sea may be, it's only one layer of this world. Because once these journeys leave the water, the level of luxury rises even higher above the clouds. What if airspace itself became an extension of authority? For elite women of the Arab world, flight is not about transit, it's about command. The moment they leave the ground, they enter environments designed to reflect heritage, composure, and absolute control. These aircraft are conceived like flying estates. Interiors prioritize calm over spectacle, privacy over publicity. Every element, from lighting to layout, is engineered to preserve routine and dignity at altitude, turning hours in the air into uninterrupted living space rather than travel time. The scale of these fleets is staggering. Qatar alone maintains more than a dozen private aircraft reserved for royal use. Among them are multiple Boeing 747-8 jets, each valued well above $400 million. Outfitted with expansive salons, private living quarters, and handcrafted finishes that rival the world's most exclusive residences. Other members of the region's royal families rely on specially modified 747-400s built for long-range sovereignty. Then, there is the Airbus A380, reimagined not as a commercial giant, but as a royal domain. Inside, spiral staircases connect levels of curated space, from private spa areas to grand reception rooms designed for quiet gatherings above the clouds. Tradition and modern design merge seamlessly, creating an atmosphere that feels timeless rather than extravagant. These aircraft are not symbols of movement. They are declarations of presence. And yet, even this level of airborne refinement is only part of the picture. Because when these flying fortresses land, the world waiting below is prepared to match their scale of grandeur. Supercar collections. Some collections aren't built to be driven fast. They're built to be understood slowly. In the world of elite Arab women, automotive luxury isn't about acceleration or noise. It's about discernment. The ability to choose machines so rare, so deliberate, that ownership itself becomes the statement. These garages aren't filled casually. Every vehicle is selected as an object of design, heritage, and engineering philosophy. Cars become extensions of identity. where tradition meets innovation and craftsmanship outweighs spectacle. What matters isn't how loud the engine sounds, but what the machine represents. Within these collections sit some of the rarest creations ever built. A Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, produced in numbers so limited it borders on myth. Bugatti's Chiron and Devo, machines engineered at the edge of physics. A Pagani Huayra BC, assembled with obsessive attention to detail, where each component feels closer to sculpture than machinery. Alongside them, the Ferrari Monza stands as a tribute to timeless form, stripped back and intentional. These vehicles aren't trophies parked for attention. They're curated like art, each one chosen for a different reason, each telling a different story. Together, they form a language of taste that values rarity, restraint, and permanence over trends. And yet, even this level of precision on the road is only one expression of influence. Because when you zoom out from machines to land itself, another scale of power begins to emerge. One measured not in horsepower, but in territory. Influence leaves fingerprints long before it leaves headlines. And for elite Arab women, land is where that influence becomes permanent. Real estate in this world isn't collected for comfort, it's positioned for legacy. These holdings stretch far beyond private residences. They sit inside cities that define finance, culture, and global power. Ownership here isn't loud, it's structural. Properties are chosen not for trend value, but for what they anchor over decades. In London alone, residences valued north of $140 million serve as personal strongholds, quietly expansive, privately engineered, and designed to blend cultural heritage with modern restraint. Inside, spaces feel deliberate rather than extravagant. Private cinemas, layered living areas, interiors meant to last, not impress. Beyond homes, the reach widens. Strategic stakes exist in landmarks that shape entire districts. Iconic retail institutions, financial towers, and redeveloped zones tied to global events. These aren't speculative assets. They're footholds inside the infrastructure of cities themselves. Together, these properties form a network rather than a portfolio, a presence that connects regions, stabilizes influence, and bridges heritage with long-term strategy. But while land defines reach, the most revealing layer of luxury appears somewhere quieter, inside the private spaces where daily life actually unfolds. Luxury at this level doesn't announce itself. It settles in quietly and reshapes the space around it. For influential Arab women, interiors are not decorated. They're authored. Every environment is designed to feel intentional, balanced, and unmistakably personal. These spaces aren't filled for display. They're built for continuity. Materials are chosen for how they age, not how they shine. Fabrics are selected for texture and history. Accents appear sparingly, placed where they carry meaning rather than excess. The result isn't opulence, it's control expressed through restraint. Cultural heritage flows through modern form. Traditional craftsmanship merges with contemporary design, creating rooms that feel timeless instead of trendy. Lighting is softened to calm rather than impress. Layouts are measured, allowing movement without exposure. Everything serves a function, even beauty. This philosophy travels with them. Whether inside a private jet cabin or on the upper deck of a yacht, the atmosphere remains consistent. Spaces are arranged to protect privacy, preserve rhythm, and allow decisions to happen without disruption. Motion never breaks the environment, it carries it forward. And beneath all this refinement is the most important element of all, not the architecture, not the materials, but the presence of the women themselves, whose discipline, composure, and identity turn every space they enter into something far more powerful than luxury. Haute couture fashion. Luxury doesn't always reveal itself through what's owned. Sometimes it's carried in posture, restraint, and presence. Among Arab queens and royal women, fashion is not performance, it's language. Every choice is deliberate. Silhouettes honor tradition while adapting to the modern world. Fabrics carry cultural memory. Accessories are selected not to draw attention, but to reinforce identity. Style here isn't about standing out, it's about standing firm. Their wardrobes include couture from the most respected fashion houses on earth, yet the garments never overpower the wearer. Authority comes first. Elegance follows. Whether dressed for ceremony or private engagement, their appearance communicates confidence without excess and heritage without explanation. What makes this approach powerful isn't the price or exclusivity of the clothing, it's the composure behind it. Fashion becomes a quiet extension of leadership, measured, intentional, and unmistakably controlled. And beyond the craftsmanship and design lies something deeper still. Because the influence these women carry doesn't end with how they present themselves. It continues through the legacy they shape long after the moment has passed. When you step back and look at the full picture, a clear pattern emerges. Across oceans, airspace, cities, and generations, the lives of these influential Arab women are shaped by intention rather than excess. Every element, from how they travel to how they live and present themselves, reflects a balance of heritage, authority, and refined control. Their yachts, aircraft, automobiles, residences, interiors, and personal style aren't just luxuries. They are extensions of identity and responsibility, woven into a legacy that places women at the center of power rather than the margins of it. This is not royalty defined by display, but by presence. So which part of this world stood out to you most? The freedom of the sea, the command of the skies, or the quiet elegance that follows them everywhere? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring elite lifestyles, global influence, and power beyond the headlines, like this video and subscribe to Zenith. We'll see you in the next chapter.